Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Self-Care Tuesday, and today I will be sharing with you pausing everyone to start you. Alright guys, so I know that it is very hard for us to choose ourselves at times. Most times we put our families, our friends, our jobs, everybody before us, and we refuse to take time out for ourselves. We refuse to start us. We refuse to put ourselves at the top of the list. And so today, guys, we are going to break down this thing to, our level. We are going to start taking time for ourselves and pausing every single one else. All right, guys, and that includes also the children. So let's go over to the show. I chose this specific topic for today because I realize that it is something that we all do, and we forget to take time out for ourselves until it becomes very critical, and then we have no other choice but to either rest in the bed or, be in that hospital. And so, guys, it is very important for us to decide to start pausing everybody, taking time out for ourselves, so that we can treat our bodies, our minds, and our soul in the right way as how it should be treated. All right, guys? Normally, it's natural for us to put our children, our husband, our job, or schooling, or education before even our very well-being. All right, guys? We get up in the mornings, we fix breakfast for everybody. We cook, we wash, we clean, we do every single thing for everybody. Sometimes we don't even get the chance to bathe ourselves properly. As parents sometimes, as managers, as bosses, as entrepreneurs, we don't get the time to sit down and take a breath for ourselves. And we choose to put everybody's well-being before ourselves. And the next thing we know, we are either sick or suffering from some great depression, guys. Because no matter what we try to comfort ourselves and tell ourselves, we end up feeling very empty and lonely, that we don't even appreciate our own selves. And so, guys, it is very important that I learned through sickness that I had to pause everybody. I had to pause every single soul and started focusing on myself, because it was hard. Yes, I have a 6-year-old son. At the time he was 5, when I became sick. I have a husband, I had a very good job, all of the above, guys, and I'm telling you, it was very strenuous. It was time consuming. All of these things and persons demanded my attention in so many different ways, and I felt so obligated to fulfill their needs more than even my very self, and I would just get up every single day with them at the top of my list, and I would completely forget about myself. Guys, there are times in the days where it would reach 3 o'clock and I have not eaten as yet. Sometimes it would reach 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. in the afternoon, and I have not even drank a cup of tea, guys. That's how bad it was, because I chose to fix everybody else's problem before my very own. And guys, I had to learn when I ended up in the hospital how hard it was, that I did not choose myself first by ensuring that I was of the best health. I was fulfilling my well-being first before I went over to do anything else for anybody. Guys, if you don't pause people to start you are going to end up in trouble, and you don't want that. Guys, we often don't know how serious this thing can get until we end up in the position, until somebody has to call that ambulance for us, or until we just, blow our caps off. Guys, we don't want it to reach there. We want to pause everyone at this very moment, if it's even for an hour in each day, if it's even for 20 minutes in each day, guys. Pause everyone and just start you. Pause everyone and appreciate you. Pause everyone. Go in front of that mirror. Smile to yourself. Tell yourself that you're beautiful, you're handsome. Tell yourself how wonderful you are. Tell yourself how appreciative you are of your very self. Guys, it is so important. Sometimes we look to people to encourage us. We look to people to motivate us. We look to people to give us that high five. But why don't we start with ourselves? Guys, why don't we pause every single comment from everyone? Start ourselves by commenting on our very self. Look at yourself in that mirror. Tell yourself how beautiful you are. Tell yourself how appreciative you are of what you do every single day for both yourself and other people. Guys, please, it is important to pause everyone to start you. Sometimes we watch on the movie channels how these rich actors would come and they would smile to everyone and they would make the best movies out there because they want to ensure that the crowd is pleased. They want to ensure that their fans are pleased. They want to ensure that, that big bucks come into the account. But at the end of the day, guys, they kill themselves in smoking and in other things that are clear signs of depression and unhappiness with their very selves. Guys, I don't want that for you. It was hard for me, but I went through, and I know you can go through as well. So it's easy. You won't ask me the question, how do I start pausing everybody and choosing myself? How do I start myself? Well, it's simple, guys. Start with number one. And number one for me is, in that list, take out 20 minutes, put it at the very top of your priority list, and tell yourself that this is my time. This is my me time. Write it down. Set your alarm clock. Tell your families and your friends that will be around you and say, look, at this time, nobody calls me. Nobody texts me. On that WhatsApp page, put up unavailable. Come offline and tell people that, look, it's time for me. Don't be afraid to let somebody know that it is time for you. All right? Because guess what, people? They will use your time to please their obligations, then go home and have their time. And then guess what? You are still without time for yourselves. And so, people, it's simple. Number one, pause by putting off that available sign on your WhatsApp, your Facebook, social media in general, and put unavailable for at least 20 minutes. Start with 20 minutes per day, guys. It is not hard to choose you first, okay? Pause everybody, guys, and choose you by turning off your social media for 20 minutes. And if it's your family, turn them off, guys, for 20 minutes, okay? Guys, I wish to share a story with you. About 4 years ago, and this is real life, no joke, I was at my previous job and we were having a very big fundraiser. All right, guys? Now, I was the host of that fundraiser because as an accountant, I realized that most of my, the job that I was doing, it was going through some financial difficulties, and I saw the need at that time, with the help of the other heads of department, to put in a fish fry. All right, guys? I'm from the Caribbean, so yes, we do fish fries. All right, guys? And when we were having that fish fry on that specific day, guys, I was so eager to sell all of those tickets. I was so eager to make my job come out of their financial debt that I was running to serve somebody some food, and I fell. Guys, I fell on my back. I had to have at least 3 persons help me to get back up. At that time, I thought it was nothing, and I kept working and working and working. I would sit up for nights without sleep, ensuring that those books were up to par, ensuring that those books were balanced, ensuring that those books were out of debt, asking myself every single day, what else can I do to make that job okay? What else can I do to make everybody pleased with me because of my job? But you know what, guys? A reality check was coming for me, because at that time, my spine was twisting and I did not know. I was feeling slight pinch pains in my back, but I did not take it as anything. I just told myself that I was tired, or just a little gas pain. I did not take it serious. until 2 years after, I woke up one morning and from my neck straight down to my spine, I could not move. I was covered in pain. Guys, I don't even know the word to use to describe that pain that I felt that morning. And I said to my husband, who at that time we weren't married as yet, I said, I need to go to the hospital now because something is definitely wrong with me. Guys, when I reached to the hospital, they told me that my spine has twisted 10 degrees to the left. Guys, they told me that my spine has twisted 10 degrees to the left, and it was still twisting, and it was quite evident that from that fall, my spine has been reacting to that fall from then and just started to get inflamed. And you know the sad part about it, guys? That same job that I was killing up myself for, I fell on that property. I injured myself on that property. And when I went to the hospital for 3 consecutive months, every single day, they did not cover not even a penny of my journey, of my recovery process. Guys, they did not even cover a penny of my process. I had to go and find that very same money, thousands of dollars, guys, out of my pocket to fix my back. And guess what? I was trying to please that job. I was trying so hard to get them out of financial debt that I fell, injured my back. And even when they had it on record that I fell on property, I did not get not even a penny towards my medical bills. And guys, it hurts. It hurts that I place so much emphasis in doing everyone, and at that time I did not take myself serious enough to go to the hospital, did some fine checks, and ensured that I had chosen myself first in that instance. And guys, I know there are many persons like myself out there that we go and we do everything for everybody. We run for our bosses, and yes, you should run for your bosses because most of us are bosses ourselves. But guys, we need to understand that sometimes when we see people taking a moment for themselves, leave them. Don't pressure them. Just ask them kindly, when you're finished, may I have a minute of your time? But don't bully anybody, guys, to leave their time to come to your time. Because guys, sometimes we will not learn until we fall in that shoes. And guys, karma is something that's very terrible. Karma is very terrible, guys, and it always comes back. So if you see somebody embracing their self-time, their me time, don't trouble them. Leave them, guys, because they know that it is their strength. And please ensure that you try to make it your strength as well. Because the greatest motivation, guys, comes from within, and that is within you. All right, people? So that's for us to ensure that we pause everyone to start ourselves, because when sickness comes most of the time, you will either have to, one, finance it yourself, or even if they do help to finance it for you, guys, guess what? You are still the only one feeling that pain, taking those pills, and lying in that hospital bed. And so, guys, that's tip number 2 for me. Choose to pause everybody, because guess what? Remember, you can go in that hospital bed. And guess what, guys? The real truth about that, not everybody is still lucky enough to be in the hospital bed. Some people end up dying when they choose to continue doing everybody and not starting themselves. Most people out there would say, but I'm a single parent. I have to take care of my kids. I have to help out my husband. I have to help out my job, my mother, my father, my siblings. I have to help every single soul. Number 3, stop finding excuses, guys. Number 3, towards pausing everybody and starting yourself, stop finding excuses. Because there is nothing that you can tell yourself that will be comforting enough for you to not choose you first. Guys, every morning that you wake up, you have to take a moment to breathe. The first thing that you do in the morning is to ensure that you have that breath, right? We go and we ensure that we are breathing. Now take 5 minutes out of that time also. Say to yourself, I am happy I live to see a new day. I'm going to take 2 minutes, run to the back, stretch out my legs, flush out my legs, go in the bathroom, sit on the toilet. I'm going to tell myself that, all right, today is a good day for me. Today I am blessed. Today I am favored. Today I have strength. Today I have dominion. Today I have power. Today I have might. Today I will overcome all my obstacles. And through this, I can now please all my family members. Start off by encouraging yourself, guys. Nothing is wrong with encouraging yourself. Guys, it is so easy. We tell ourselves every single day, oh, self-care is only washing our hair, taking a shower, or, putting on nice face makeup and all of those things, guys. That is so important because it helps us to feel even more beautiful than we already are. But at the same time, guys, that motivation part of ourselves that we need, so that even if somebody walk outside and step on our toes, even if all we hear in the morning is mommy, 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 daddy, 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 la 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 la, everybody calling you to do something, you can just take that deep breath again. Because guess what? You just empowered yourself. You just focused on you first. And so no matter how much the world is falling apart, guys, you are okay because you chose to comfort your very self first. And so, guys, motivate yourself. Nothing is wrong with telling yourself that you have the power, because you do. Not everybody believes in the Bible. I believe in the Bible and I believe in God. And the word of God says that you are the salt of the earth. Now, I don't know if you know what salt means, but salt gives flavor. Now, if you take in too much, then that's trouble. But guys, salt gives flavor. And if their creator said to you that you are the salt of this earth, then all you need to get up and do every single morning is motivate yourself by telling yourself that you are the salt of the earth. And through that, guys, you are able to take on your family. You are able to take on your friends, your job, your co-workers, everything. Those dogs. Yes, guys, those dogs. You are now empowered to take on every single thing else by just choosing to pause. Just pause. You're not stopping, guys. You are just pausing. Just pausing a moment out of your day to say, this is for me. Pause, guys. Motivate yourself. Tell yourself that you are that salt. Let your family see the difference in you. Let them understand how important that time is when you spend by yourself. If they come to call you, my time will up in 5 minutes. If they come to call you, I just fed you, you're clean. Your dad is outside, your mom is outside, I will be with you. And take that time for yourself. Just as rigid as you would be to implement any other rule for your household or your job or anywhere else, implement that rule for your me time. Implement that rule to start you, because I know, guys, you will not regret the decision. Don't wait until other people have to pause you. Don't wait until the doctors have to pause you. Don't wait until your job have to pause you. Don't wait until your own body have to pause you. Guys, pause everybody and start you. pause everybody, guys, and start you. All right. Now, this is my self-care tip for today, guys. Yes. And that is, for me, is something that is very important because I had to learn it the hard way. But guys, it was still the easy way. You know why? I got a second chance to life and health. And so, people, I want to thank you for tuning in today. See you again next Tuesday for Self-Care Tuesdays, guys, as I continue to share with you my tip, my experiences, and the ways how you can also go deeper into your soul with self-caring. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time.